welcome along, people, to another one of my little videos. As a follow-up to my last video where I fitted my new Continental Trail Attack 3 tyres, I thought I'd bring you for a little spin around my local area while I bed the new tyres in. I shall see you after the intro. I literally just wanted to get some miles on the tyre, see how they feel, make sure the pressures are right, get them scrubbed in a little bit, and get my brain up to speed. Okay. And get my brain up to speed with how the tyres are handling. Weirdly, from the off, they feel like the front end is turning slightly slower than the old tyre, but noticeably the tyre doesn't seem to be tramlining. Now, I did say in the other video, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, what do I mean by that is I had Anarchy Adventure tyres on my 1250 before, and they were inflated correctly. They were brand new tyres when I bought the bike. That's the tyres I got with the bike. In a straight line, it felt like the tyres were not wanting to stay in line with each other, tramlining. So that was quite weird and a little bit disconcerting. Having said that, going around corners, the tyres were fine, but in the wet, I would say it was more of a me thing. The Anarchies didn't fill me with much confidence, or any confidence at all, in the wet. I spoke to a local tyre fitter. He said he couldn't get the tyres that I wanted, which were Dunlops, and it was his recommendation. He said a lot of other people with adventure style bikes were putting Continental Trail Attack 3s on their bike. So he said they will be the tyres that he would recommend for me. The rear end feels a lot more stable and secure and planted, so that's good. You do have to remember, however, they're brand new tyres. I checked the pressures before I left home. I did them with a pressure gauge, ye oldie style pressure gauge, and from what I can tell, they weren't pumped up enough. So I pumped them up with my compressor, and now the onboard computer says they're too hard. Actually, I'm kind of getting used to the feel of what the front end is doing. It feels quite nice, actually. So these tyres don't have great big chunks, like a heavy, chunky style thread pattern like my last tyres did, but they do suggest that if you wanted to go down a gravel road, or they actually state in the blurb, a forest track, so a sandy, gravelly, they said it's never going to be a motocross tyre. So I thought I could live with that. Because I do occasionally, believe it or not, take this bike down a little gravel track, and I still want to be able to do that. It has off-road capabilities, so I didn't want to effectively do away with the off-road capabilities by changing to a tyre that was completely 101% road focused. But I still want to be completely spoilt by having confidence in the wet, good handling, so none of this wiggly rubbish, and so far on the road, at least in the dry, the tyres do appear to be really good. It's a lovely part of the world. The tyres feel, thankfully, beautifully balanced, so the tyre fitter did a very good job. Very difficult to try and find a dedicated tyre fitter these days, but he's a dedicated motorcycle tyre fitter. That feels nice. That feels nice. Okay, now we're going to be breakneck speeds, but there's absolutely no movement around there at all. So yeah, tyre fitters. If you go to your local motorcycle shop, they will charge you an absolute premium, not only for the tyre, but also for the fitting of the tyre. That feels beautiful. So I'm quite lucky that in Great Dunmow, not far from where I live, there is a company that I can't remember the name of, but I'll put it on the screen for you. They are near the Triumph dealership in Great Dunmow, and they have got a dedicated motorcycle tyre fitter. And the nice thing about it is he also rides motorbikes. Just coming into, some of you may recognise this, just coming into the village of Finchingfield, and this village is one of the most picturesque villages in the UK. Has been voted one of the most picturesque villages in the UK on several occasions. Unfortunately, the locals, they're not overly keen on people that ride motorcycles. I have no idea why, but they're not overly keen. They have got a tea shop, 2 or 3 tea shops actually, and there you go, lots and lots of motorcycles. So on a regular Saturday, Sunday, you will always find lots and lots of motorcycles, as we have today, all chilling out, enjoying the sunshine. They look faster than me. So there you go, Finchingfield, and those nasty bikers. So just down here on the left hand side is that gravel track that I told you about. So let's change mode while I can. Enduro. Soften everything out. Yes, I know this has still got tar on it, Don't be so impatient. Here we go. Now, it's a couple of weeks ago I took my bike down here on the old tyres, so I kind of know how they should feel. There you go. Well, this is a gravel stroke sandy type road, and to be honest, this is about as far off road as I'd ever want to take this bike. But I would hate to think that I'll buy a set of tyres, like I said earlier, and it would just completely take away the ability to be able to do this. I don't want gear, I think I'm in third. I think the last time I did this in second, it was happier. I have taken this bike down here when this road was wet, and this is a proper byway, so perfectly legal to take my motorbike down it. Nothing wrong with that. Feels good. Yep. Feels very good. Oh, I do not know how they've managed to do that, but that feels bloody marvellous. I'm impressed with them. Okay. Whoa, tell you what, I'm not impressed with all the flies I'm getting in my face. Right. Even changing direction on the slightly slippier, muddy type surface, it feels good. Like they said, it's never going to be a motocross tyre, but it's just nice to be able to know that if you do decide you want to ride down a track like this, that the tyres are capable Okay, that's it for this time. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, people. If you have, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't, please feel free to leave a thumbs down. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to ding dong the notification bell, and that way you will never ever miss another episode here on the Mad Leprechaun. Until next time, people, take care of yourself, ride safe, bye bye.